Welcome to Timna Park, one of the most beautiful desert landscapes you'll ever see. This place was used by pharaohs to build up their Egyptian empire, but we know how that ended. And in this video, we'll get into all the amazing history of this place. We are in Timna Park on the southern end of the Negev desert. In eyesight, you can see the Jordan border and Edom from the Bible, and farther down to the south, Midian, also in the Bible. What drew the ancient people to this place in some 5,000 years ago, they found that in these hills are filled with copper. But it was only developed and worked by the Egyptians some 3,300 years ago. This was around the time of Moses, when Egypt was a real power in this region. What are you doing with the Egyptian?
Well, it shows me the way.
The way to what?
To the mines.
So where are you going to go?
I'm gonna go to the mines.
Oh my goodness. Around a century before the Exodus, this place was not Egypt, but was under Egyptian influence. They established a massive copper mining industry here to ship back to Egypt. Later, by a few hundred years, Solomon will come here and do the same. So after the defeat of the Philistines with the common knowledge of the copper in these hills, the Solomonic kingdom comes down and starts mining as well. This would have been the southernmost point of the influence of Solomon's kingdom. We are hours by car from Jerusalem throughout a tough desert. So to extend all the way down here would have required a great deal of power and influence in this region. Okay, Ola, you ready to see how they mined it?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, after you. Going down in the mines.
That's good.
Get to work. Okay, going down there, Ola.
Bye-bye. That's a good way to get rid of me, huh?
I don't know how they knew exactly where the copper ore was, but they obviously knew. They came through and just found it and went down. You can still see remnants of copper where they didn't get all of it exactly. I just saw one. But you can see also from above, if you can see the light coming on me. So they come down from the top, and then they found the core and just followed it. That's pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah, it is. How did they know?
They found, well, they say the history says it's over 5,000 years ago they already knew, but only 3,300 years ago, during the time of Moses in Egypt, the Egyptians came here and started mining it.
That's amazing.
You can see the green that's left. Green is from the copper. Where are you going, Ola?
I'm going to discover more wonders.
Wow. This thing just goes on and on. Here's a big channel they cut out. What you found over there, Ola?
Look, you can crawl inside and get more and more. That's endless.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's coming out of the mines.
Hey! I did it! I did it!
You can still see here a place that was being used by the Egyptians for pagan worship while the Israelites were enslaved in Egypt. This area is very harsh to be in with this dry desert climate. And this place, after the fall of the Second Temple, was abandoned for 2,000 years. This is why all these places are preserved so well around here. It's amazing that only when the Jews return to this land can we find an ancient Egyptian temple to see it and say, okay, they were here, but now we are. Amen. Well, here's that temple that we're talking about where the Midianites used to pray with the Egyptians. I'm telling you, only here in Israel, only the Jewish people would preserve something like this. The being enslaved by the Egyptians, being our mortal enemies, as you would think, most civilizations would come find something like this when it's under their control and just completely destroy it. But only us Jews will be able to find here one of the oldest temples of the Midianites that's in the world right now. So it's just an amazing place. And when you look around, hopefully it comes out good on the video. All the colors in the mountains here, you can really tell it's just full of copper. Everything just has this dark red and greens colors to them, and it just really looks great. When everyone talks about Timna Park, they usually think about the beautiful rock formations called Solomon Pillars, which you can see right here behind me. That's why I picked this place to do this part of the video. They also have here these amazing rock formations that all the world over is known for here. One of them is the desert mushroom, and it's right over here, and another one is the Sphinx. So I'm going to show them to you. This is what they call the Sphinx. Since I think they call it a Sphinx because the Egyptians were here, but the Egyptians didn't really make this. What this is from natural causes, from erosion and wind over many, many years. But it's still a very interesting rock, another interesting rock formation here in Timna Park. This place really is something special. It's a huge park. You drive around to see all these different rock places and all the different mines and Solomon's pillars. But the most interesting attraction in this park is the accurate replica of the portable tabernacle that the Israelites had. It was a tent that God had instructed Moses to build to have a place of worship during the time of the Israelites' exodus, and it was still used in Shiloh as the capital of Israel for 369 years after they had came into Israel, after their 40 years of wandering in the desert with this tabernacle tent. You can see in our earlier videos, if you want to check that out, a video about Shiloh where the capital of Israel was. So this tent you see is built to the exact instructions given to Moses by God. As it is written in the book of Exodus, so for the 40 years of wandering in the desert, everywhere they went, they had to take this tabernacle down and then rebuild it when they got to their next destination. For me to see this and show it to you guys is really something special. Just think about it. What you are looking at now is exactly what the tabernacle looked like all those many thousands of years ago. In Exodus chapter 40, God gave Moses the exact plans of this tabernacle and how it should be set up. With so many details, they all had great symbolism. This place really is something special. Exactly how it would have been with the same dimensions, the same materials, the same colors, the same everything, the placement, down to the millimeter, everything exactly the same as it's written in the Bible. How Moses was told to build the tabernacle. This is exactly how it was. And this really is, this has to be the most spectacular thing in this part of the country, in the southern part of this country. It really is something special to be able to be here and look at this and experience this and knowing it's exactly what the Israelites had during the 40 years wandering through the desert. And knowing this is for 369 years also was what was used as the holy temple for the Jews in Shiloh, and where they held the Holy of Holies. And we know the meaning of what was behind us. God said he lived inside this tent during those years. It was he was inside this tent during those years. Wow. Really something. I'm really blessed to be able to give this to you guys. See this beautiful thing. Well, Mama, we're in the tabernacle.
And it's something to see.
It's amazing, huh? Back behind that is where the Holy of Holies, the Ark of the Covenant, and they really did a great job. This is the exact replica of exactly what it was like.
And the gold, the colors, the silver, the copper, and the 4 colors.
Yeah, it's amazing. Mama, you're going in there. You going to handle it?
I'm going to handle it only with Jesus.
Only with Jesus. Amen. Timna Park also has activities for the kids like colored sand crafts and many other things if you decide to come and visit with your family. So of course we got to stop and get the bottles. Let the kids do their sand.
Hey, I'm a kid.
Oh, you
I got my bottle.
Oh my. Oh my.
Alright. Let's see. Come on, what's today?
Jerry, what color are you doing? Black. Now you close it off with the clay. You stick the clay, in the bottle and you close it off.
Like this. Mama, I'll show you one time.
Wow. This video was a blessing to make. And until next week, God bless.